the world outside, wondering will Mother Earth survive, hoping that mankind will stop abusing her sometime. After all, there's only just the two of us, and here we are still fighting for our lives, watching all of history repeat itself time after time. I'm just a dreamer, I dream my life away. I'm just a dreamer who dreams of better days. Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Dreamer by Ozzy Osbourne, a fantastic song and a great one for beginners that are getting into using their easy open chords at C, A minor, G, little bit of D minor in there. Some people find that one a little bit sticky, and some F chords, but not too many. So it's a good one if you're trying to incorporate your F chord and you're just getting stuck into it. The original recording is kind of piano driven, so I'm going to show you a way of approaching that on guitar, a kind of a cool, pretty easy strumming pattern really that kind of emulates the piano thing, and I'll show you a little way of playing that piano intro as well, which you could very easily leave off if you're finding that a little bit tricky. Let's get stuck in. Let's start off looking at the verse chord progression. So we're starting off with a C for one bar, then we go to A minor. Remember, you just have to shift your third finger there, back to the C, 2, 3, 4, and then back to A minor, 2, 3. Now we've got the F chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight to D minor, one awkward chord to another, and then to G for one bar, 2, 3, 4. Now just for 2 beats, it's really nice here to put the first finger down the first fret on the second string. This makes a G sus chord, the most holy of all chords. Just 2 beats on that and then back to G. Let's one more time through that. C, and oh, at the A minor outside, C chord will Mother Earth be A minor, F chord that mankind will stop D minoring her to the G, 2, 3, 4, G sus, and back to G. And that is the verse chord progression. Now, one thing I did forget to mention in the intro there, if you want to play along with the original recording, which is a really great idea, you need to put a capo or capo on at the first fret. I've left it off for the lesson, just a little bit easier to explain it, and you guys don't have to worry about getting your capo out. But just, if you want to play along with the original recording, evidently Ozzy felt a little bit more comfortable upper semitone. So capo there on the first fret if you're going to do that. Okay, let's rock into the chorus chord progression now. So the chorus starts on a C again, 3, 4 to C chord, to A minor, then to E minor, to G. And then it's the same progression again. I'm just a C chord, who A minors of better, E minor, to G. Now I'm just going to play verse 3 and into the chorus so you can see how they link up together, still sticking with the super simple strumming. So 3, 4, see, I watch the sun go down like A minor, C chord that the dawn will bring an A minor, F chord plays for those who calm the D minor, this G, 2, 3, 4, G sus to G. I'm just a C chord, I A minor. there's just one other progression, so we may as well nail that down as well before we explore the strumming a little more, and that is the bridge. And the bridge is simply moving from D minor to G. 3, 4. Your higher power may be God or Jesus Christ. It doesn't really matter much to me. Without each other's help, there ain't no hope for us. I'm living in a dream of fantasy. And then it's a solo. Now the solo is playing from C to A minor, C to A minor, C to A minor, E minor, G. So I guess that's a bit of an amalgamation of two different strumming patterns there. But be aware of that if you're going to play rhythm guitar underneath the solo. C, A minor, C, A minor, C, A minor, E minor, G, and then you're back. It does a little interlude there, the same as the intro, and then with a slightly different bass line going on there. I don't want to go through doing that because actually playing in open position is a little bit awkward, and it is, again, you could just play the interlude there and sound fine. Then it does another verse and a double chorus, and that's your song done. So it's actually relatively simple. With any of these sort of songs, you want to try and memorize the chord progressions, and then with this sort of song, it's actually not too bad. Little 8-bar chord progression for the verse and a 4-bar progression for the chorus. 2 chords for the bridge, so keeping it pretty simple there. Now, the strumming I'd recommend that you work on for this one, which does sound kind of piano-y, it's kind of nice, is playing a bigger strum on the beats, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just targeting the bass note of the chord thereabouts. You can hit more than just one note as well if you like on the and. So just on the C chord, we'll be playing big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small. So I'm not really exactly targeting the bass. So it's not I'm going. You could do. That sounds a little bit weird to me. So we're just after this. Which is kind of what the piano's doing. It's doing like the chord and then the bass. Chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, bass. So we're kind of copying that a little bit. So strum and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now one thing that you're going to notice there, as soon as you start targeting that bass string, you might find yourself sometimes hitting that thicker string. So good idea with your C chord, push your third finger up there just to touch the thicker string. So if you do accidentally hit it, you get a click, not a wrong note, okay? So use your third finger there. Now when it comes to the A minor, you might want to have your thumb around the top, muting the thicker string. But just a little important note for beginners. When I'm teaching beginners to play open chords, I suggest that you keep your thumb around the back of the guitar neck. And the reason I do that is to try and strengthen this muscle here between your thumb and your first finger, which will make it easier for doing bar chords. But if you've already reaching your F chord, you're already playing a bar chord. So I'm hoping that your finger, the muscle there between your thumb and your index finger might be strong enough already to think about with the A minor, just sneaking the thumb around to mute the thicker string. So when you're doing strum, if you accidentally hit that thicker string, you don't really want that low E ringing out, okay? So if you accidentally brush past the thicker string on the way to the A chord, it's not going to sound too bad. So C, 2 and 3 and 4 and A minor, 2 and 3 and C, 2 and 3 and 4 and A minor, 2, 3, 4 to F, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm just a dreamer. Now when we get to the chorus, I always think it's a good idea to have something different going on in the chorus than the verses, just to kind of add things a little bit. So what I'll probably be going for now is all downs. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. could add in this down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. If I remember right, that's what's going on the record. 40 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 40 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 40 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 40 and a 1, 2 and 3 and 40 and a... Okay, so having a different chord progression there for the chorus would be a good idea. You could choose other ones. Again, we're copying the piano a little bit, so it's not like there's a set guitar pattern that you should be doing there. For the bridge, I always recommend, again, having a different strumming pattern. And a nice one here, if I was playing this at like, an open mic or just playing it for friends, when it came to the bridge, I'd probably drop it right down rather than trying to build it up again, because I'd be going from the chorus. Dreams of better days. I'd drop it down, 2, 3, 4. The high power may be God of Jesus Christ. Really doesn't matter much to me. I might start building it here. Without each other's help, there ain't no hope for us. I'm living in a dream of fantasy. And then into the solo. So you want to think about that a little bit with dynamics, trying to do something different between the verse and the chorus and the bridge. And again, this idea of building up to something. So if you started very sparse in the bridge and then gradually build it up, have a little pause there before the solo, kind of lifts it into the solo real nice. The solo, if it's something that you might be interested in learning, is a really, really great one to work out on your own. It's not a difficult solo at all. It's using the C major scale. There's nothing very difficult going on. It starts kind of down low and then moves up high. It's a really, really great solo to have a go at working out on your own. I could show it to you, but actually there's a lot more benefit to you working out a solo like that on your own. Developing your ear, finding the notes. If you've not done it before, it's going to take a bit of trial and error. It might feel a little bit frustrating, but for sure you can do it. It really isn't a hard solo to get going on. Remember, you just listen to one note at a time, play the note, stop it, pause the recording, and then try and find that note. It might take you 20 goes. But as you get better and better, you start finding the notes faster and faster, and you'll develop your confidence to tackle harder and harder solos. So I definitely recommend, if you're a fan of this song, or you've got a mate who plays some rhythm guitar, you'd like to have a go at learning a solo as well, this is a really, really great song for doing that as well. Nearly forgot to show you the intro. Let me just show you that little arrangement of the piano intro. So I'd recommend getting your C chord down first of all, then you move your third finger over to the thicker string, which is the note G, and go G, C. On the original recording it goes higher G to the low C, but it just doesn't sound as good on guitar, so going. So note what I'm doing here. I'm holding the C chord, I'm using little finger to play the third fret on the thinner string, and I'm folding my first finger down to play the first fret on the thinner string, and then going back to its original position to play the thinner string. First fret, third fret on the second string, and then 2 plucks on the thinnest open E string again. 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and then you're in the verse, and you know the chords. Now very often when I'm doing something like that, I might more go, so, and then strum that first one, so I get more of the chord. It's a little bit trickier when you do that because you've got to hold the chord. You need to be a little bit more aware of other fingers touching those strings and accidentally muting them. But again, that's just a practice thing, and this is just my arrangement. You might want to go, or doing something fancier. whatever. There's lots of different approaches to copying piano players like that. But that's, at least you got something there that you might want to play as a little intro. It's always nice to have an intro to a song if you're ever going to play it out or play it for friends or whatever. It's, yeah, gives you a little chance to settle down before you're going to sing as well. So really hope you're enjoying this one. Loads more songs over on the website. Do go check out the justinguitar.com/songs page, where you can filter all the songs by the chords that you know, or the styles that you like, or the artists that you like, all of that sort of good stuff. It's really nice focused way of learning your songs as well. You're not going to be distracted by clickbaity titles. You can actually sit down and focus on the important stuff, which is practicing your guitar. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I'll see you for plenty more very soon. Bye bye.